Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new. Today I want to chat to you about a book that I haven't seen on BookTube. Now, I am really enjoying being part of the BookTube community. I have, as a result of watching people's recommendations, come across some absolutely fantastic books, such as Taylor Jenkins Reid's Malibu Rising, Matt Haig's Midnight Library. These books I would not have come across had I not seen the reviews here on BookTube. But I also want to discuss books that I haven't seen mentioned on BookTube that I think really should be. Okay, some absolutely brilliant books, and it might be that they came out a good few years ago, or they just, I don't know, they just haven't got the rating that I personally believe that they deserve. So last night I read, completely devoured, The Creakers by Tom Fletcher. This book came out a good few years ago, and I will just check when it did come out, so I'm not talking absolute nonsense to you. It came out in 2017, and Tom Fletcher, he is known for his musical background, but he also wrote The Christmasaurus, which is probably a more well-known story, and that actually had a stage version, which was absolutely fab, I have to say. I haven't read that book yet. The stage version was epic. This book I have not come across anywhere on BookTube, and last night I thought I need a bit of escapism. I'm going to pick up a middle grade, so I picked this up. I found this in charity shop for 20p, and this was a 5-star read. I could not put it down. I just sat and read the whole book from start to finish last night. It was brilliant, and it's about a good 350 pages, so for a middle grade it's quite a chunky book, but it is fantastic. So in this book we join Lucy Dunstan, who is an 11-year-old who wakes up one morning to find that her mum has gone. Now, a little while ago her dad had just disappeared, and they just assumed that maybe he'd found someone else and had run off. But then the mum's disappeared, and she goes out onto the street and she finds out that everyone else's parents have just disappeared. And of course, they're kids. That's amazing at first, but then they realise actually this isn't really good. We kind of want the parents back, and Lucy makes it her mission to get the parents back. And she comes across the creatures known as the Creakers. These are creatures that live under your bed, and basically they are responsible for the disappearance of the parents. So in this book we see Lucy go into their world to try and bring back the parents, and it is a beautiful story of this girl becoming more independent. She makes friends with people that really struggle to make friends. It's quite a nice, heartwarming story. But what I absolutely love about this is the narration. So the narrator talks both to the characters such as Lucy, but they also talk to us, and there's some really comical narrations, and I'm just going to see actually if I can find you a cheeky little one now I came across yesterday. Okay, this isn't the next chapter, but I just wanted to check you're alright. I know it's a bit spooky, but trust me, it all works out in the end. At least I think it does. Maybe. Actually, I can't quite remember what happens. It might get really, really scary. I guess we're just going to have to keep going to find out. Good luck. And it's just that happens all the way through, and it's sort of like, you know, I told you might want to go to the toilet because you're going to get scared, you know, and it's just really fun. It just really sort of connects you a little bit more to the story that you're reading. There are some absolutely stunning illustrations in this book, and I just want to find you a couple of my favourites here. Bear with me a second. So we have this one. I mean, how amazing is that? And I know there was another really good one. Yeah. And these illustrations all the way through the book, they are absolutely beautiful. The descriptions are absolutely perfect. You know, yes, you can see the creatures, but you really get a feel of them. And the message that I really took from this book, and what I think is really, really important for young people, is the importance of not judging someone before you get to know about their history and about them. You know, like we're all really quick to judge the monsters as bad, but actually there's reasons that they do what they do and why they are the way that they are. And I just think this book really made that sort of point, but without making it really, really obvious. So this was a 5-star for me. This was an absolutely beautiful book. So if you like middle grade, I really, really would recommend this. It's just fabulous. Keep a lookout for it. As I said, it came out in 2017, so it isn't going to be in your top charts. But if you find it and you fancy a little bit of an escapist, little middle grade adventure, I'd really, really recommend this book. If you've read it or you're about to read it, please let me know what you thought. I'd really like to hear your view, and I'll speak to you soon.